Conversation on how you can be legally, ethically, and creatively using AI inside of your business. Today, we're going to talk about how you can use AI to help you craft a schedule for something that you're going to be creating. Specifically, if you are going to be creating something like an ebook or a PDF or some type of project, you can give it those parameters and have it create your schedule for you. Now, with this, you're going to give it as much information as possible so that it knows what steps that you're going to be doing. And if you're not sure on the steps, ask the AI first. Let's say you're going to be creating an ebook like we are in my example. You're going to be able to ask your AI, what are the steps to creating an ebook and selling it on my website? If you don't know them, it'll bullet point list them for you and you can tweak from there. You are then going to be able to give it some parameters and it's going to give you back a schedule. From there, you're going to be able to tweak it, but you have to give it as much information as possible. So you need to tell it how much time you have to do things, your work ethic, your availability to do these things, all the different parts of the procedures that you're going to have to add in. All of that is relevant and important information to give your AI. Now, normally we would introduce ourselves to the AI, tell it what we do, but for this, we're very project specific. We do not need to be introducing ourselves. So let's jump into the prompt. I'm working on a project and I need help with a schedule. I'm creating a 20-page ebook to sell in my shop. It needs to be written, edited, pages formatted and graphics are edited, and exported and hosted for download, as well as a sales page created and linked to my website. So I very clearly specified what I need. I'm working on a project. I need help with the schedule. It's going to give me back a schedule. It's a 20-page ebook. So I give it the parameters of how long it's going to be. I need to write it, all the steps that I need to do. And again, you can check with the AI if you need help understanding those steps. And then I give the final version of this. It's going to be on my website for sale. I then go on to say, I have 1 week to create this. So parameters, it has an estimated time frame of when I need to get this done. I go on to say, I have 1 week to create and have this ebook out for sale on my website. Please give me a timeline on what to work on each day from Sunday to Saturday. So that's a full week, knowing I have about an hour to work on it each day and knowing that it will take more than 1 day to write. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what it is. We gave it lots of information. And of course, there are more steps to creating an ebook and having that out. This is just the basics for you so that you have the availability to see this without having a massive feedback from it. So here we go. It says, sure, based on the tasks you've outlined, here's a suggested timeline for creating and launching your 20-page ebook within 1 week. Sunday is brainstorming and outlining the content of the book, identify the main topics and sections you want to cover. Monday, begin writing the ebook, aim to complete at least half the content, 10 pages, during this writing session, 1 hour. Tuesday, you are going to continue writing and aim to complete the remaining content of the ebook for an hour. Wednesday, you're going to be editing and proofreading the content that you've written so far, make any necessary revisions and improvements. Thursday, you're going to format your ebook, set up the layout, the heading, the format for the professional look. Friday, you're adding graphics and images to enhance the visual appeal and make sure they're relevant and complement the content. Saturday, you are exporting the ebook in the desired format, example PDF, and ensure that all links and navigation are working correctly. Host the ebook on your website or digital or a platform for digital downloads, and you are going to then create. Oh, okay. So it's given me 2 hours of work on Saturday. Host the ebook on your website. So it's saying your export and your link check and your hosting will take an hour. That's a generous time. And then it says create your sales page on your website for the ebook, which for most people is going to take more than an hour. So me knowing this, I understand that this is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be quite like this. It had done pretty well up until that point. So maybe this is either going to change my timeline. If I know that this is a pretty good layout for me, but it crammed in too much at the end, I might have to change that. Or I'm going to have to crunch some things together and bump up that timeline a little bit, because a sales page, if you're only having an hour a day to work, I would say a sales page should at least take you a day, that 1 hour to do, especially if it's going to be a good sales page. And so I would not want to do that necessarily on the same day. If I only had an hour and that was the last thing I needed to do, I would give that full day dedicated to that, maybe even more than a full day dedicated to that. They go on to say, by following this timeline, you should be able to complete the entire process within 1 week, considering you have approximately 1 hour to work each day on the project. It's essential to stay focused and prioritize the critical tasks each day to meet your deadline. Good luck with your project. Wow, it's being polite today. And so with that in mind, I can take that schedule and I can change it. I can bump it up. I can change what I need to do, whatever I need to do to make this work for me, to make this work for how I am going to be functioning within that schedule to get that project completed. Now, of course, you can ask follow-up questions. You can ask what you're going to be doing with this. You can change things. You can say, oh, that is not enough time to do a sales page, and see how it revises it for you. But this is going to give you a pretty good idea of how you can then be planning your day to get this done in the time frame that you need. give as much information as possible. It's going to be able to help you come up with that schedule, and then you're going to need to tweak based on what you can and cannot do. Questions, go ahead and drop it down below and follow along, because we are dropping more ideas on how you can creatively, legally, and ethically be using AI inside of your business to help you save you time and effort and create more profit inside of your business. And we're dropping daily videos to help you navigate the world of your social media marketing, your online business growth, and making sure that this is your most profitable year ever, while saving you time and effort creating the content that's making you money. We'll see you in the upcoming episode.